This is the NovaStretch High Flow front end mask available for all 2014 through 2019 Corvettes. Now you guys should be considering the NovaStretch option for your C7 if you're looking for easy to install non-permanent front end protection to help protect your ride from rock chips, bug guts, and anything else on your next road trip, and can be had for just south of $200. All right, features here will include the easy to install protection for your Corvette's front end for your next road trip or even day-to-day use. Now the NovaStretch mask will offer great coverage for the entire front end, including portions of your hood, the entire front bumper, and even a small portion of your front fenders. Now, unlike those old school automotive vinyl bras that were just baggy and didn't look all that great, the NovaStretch here, on the other hand, is gonna be the complete opposite in just about every single way. And I say that because when installed, the stretch material literally hugs the front end perfectly, getting you all the protection you're looking for while at the same time still allowing for plenty of airflow into the radiator and everything else. Now, I'd also like to say, maybe besides the clear PPF film, which can cost thousands depending on where you go, this might just be your next best option from an appearance standpoint while costing you substantially less than the PPF film, and the NovaStretch is easily removable. Moving into our construction block, and I'm happy to say that the NovaStretch options are proudly made right here in the USA using high quality black synthetic materials that are completely washable, and it's also very easily storable. Now the material is so soft that NovaStretch claims no rubbing or chafing will occur at any point when the cover is installed. Now on top of that, the patent pending snap-in strap fastening system is extremely low profile, so that when the mask is not installed, you cannot easily spot the mounting locations, and that is a big thumbs up from me. Finally guys, the NovaStretch is backed by a 1-year limited warranty in case you run into any issues. Price point for the high flow mask here is gonna come in just south of $200, give or take a little bit, which does make this relatively affordable overall, especially once you start cross-shopping this with more expensive paint protection film, which again, as we discussed earlier, can cost you hundreds, if not thousands more, depending on where you go. All right, last but not least, let's move into our installation portion of today's video. And again, pretty soft 1 out of 3 wrenches here on the difficulty meter, taking you roughly 15 minutes or so to complete from start to finish. But now to give you a better idea of how this one might go down on your C7 at home, let's throw it out to the shop for our detailed walkthrough and tool breakdown.
Tools required for this install include a ratchet, a 7mm socket, and T15 and T20 Torx sockets. What's up guys? Today we're installing a front end mask on our Corvette, so let's get started. So the first thing we need to do is remove these 3 screws on the inside of our fender well. I went ahead and turned the front wheel in to get more access to it. So it's gonna be this one, and this one. You can remove those with a T15 Torx socket. And then in their place, we're gonna be installing these screws that have buttons for our cover. So just go ahead and thread those in to where you pulled those bolts out of. And now for these new screws, we're gonna switch to a T20 Torx socket to tighten those down. And then do that same thing on the other side. And now you can grab your mask, and we're just gonna snap these 3 buttons onto the ones that we installed. Now you want this band that curves down on the passenger side here. So just go ahead and find those buttons and just snap them on. And then we'll hook it right here. And then we're just gonna pull this over to the other side and do the same thing. And now just make sure you're not all twisted up, and just pull this around to the other side and snap those on over here as well. And then tuck it around that edge. And then we're gonna pop the hood and we can get these tabs up here mounted up. So now with our hood popped, we're gonna come to the corner of the bumper and the fender here, to this plastic piece, and we're just gonna pop this out. It's just held in by a couple clips, so you can just pull back with your hand, pop that out of place. And then we're gonna pull our cover back. We've got this little hook that's gonna go around this piece right here. So just stretch it around. And then you can reinstall that piece. Slide that down into place and get your clip lined up. And then do that same thing on the other side. So now last thing we need to do is go underneath of the car to our splitter bolts. Now you're just gonna pick the ones that line up closest with the buttons to replace with another one of these screws. Now on the base level C7 as well as the C7 Z06 1LZ, you're only gonna have two because you don't have one that lines up directly in the middle. For the 2 and 3LZ, you will, so you'll have an extra one to install. So now underneath, I've got my first button here on the outside. If I stretch that straight back, that goes to this bolt. So I'm gonna grab a 7mm socket and pull that bolt out. And then in its place, once again, that button snap. Thread that in and then take your T20 Torx socket and tighten that down. And then you can grab your button and snap that on and do the same thing on the other side. So that'll wrap up this review and install of the NovaStretch High Flow front end mask for your 2014 to 19 C7 Corvette. Thank you for watching, and for all things Corvette, keep it right here at AmericanMuscle.com.